Alright, this is my Korbanth Qui-Gold Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber. We have the gold shroud and gold emitter in the box, but I have yet to put it on. I just kind of like the chrome look. We're going to look at some of the deep grooves here. And this thing is so awesome. So shiny. Alright, get this box out of the way and take a quick look at this thing here. Now this tool is a really small one. I'm not sure of the size, but the Allen wrench it came with is the smallest Allen wrench I've ever seen. So I had to get this Allen hobby tool, which I found at Hobby Lobby. But anyway, here's the blade plug, very screen accurate. I didn't want to modify it, change it, but I do got the stock NeoPixel connector in there, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and get this pommel off. A lot of threads on this, lots of spinning and turning every time you want to open it, but I don't mind it. Alright, so with the install, we got this little tab here. This is a removable speaker. It's really awesome. Got the two pins right there connected with magnets. Helps realign itself every time. Really nice work. 3D printed chassis. Alright, so we got the kill key. Let's get that thing out real quick. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. That was easy. So that speaker back in there. Magnet should align it. Pops right in. Nice. Very good. Let's put the pommel back on. Alright, so that's back on there. Let's fire it up and get a preview here. Now this is the Qui-Jinn Tonic saber font for Proffie. And the nice thing, man, I have these the stock NeoPixel connector. Having that in hilt light up is so nice. Makes it so much easier than having to get a blade plug with an adapter on it. I got the twist ignition and twist off. That's also fantastic because this is set up as a one button setup on the profiles. So one of the things with this, if you keep the stock blade plug, it completely blocks out the light. If you do an in-hilt LED or pixel that's lit, but that's okay. It just allows me to get a different blade plug in the future. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is probably disassemble it just so we can see underneath the shroud and the install itself. Now for this you have to remove the cover tech first for the whole shroud to come off. Alright, so once that's off, oh, I forgot to remove the pommel. It's okay, come off real quick here. Now just carefully slide off the shroud. Now, once that's off, you see it looks like a whole different saber. And just pull this out here. I just put this in. I don't want it to accidentally fire while I'm handling it, so I'll throw that in there real quick. Now there's two more Phillips screws on the back side here. Just carefully remove this. Alright, so both of those are out and they're not lost. So here we go. This comes right off. Alright, so you see this is a 3D printed chassis that was installed by 5280 printing. It sits right there on the back side of the hilt. So it's not those deep grooves prevent it from being a full like cylinder for you to install into. So chassis is right here with the Proffie and the wires going in. And we got the stock connector there. Now under this would be the battery sitting underneath the switch, I believe, or just above the switch. But no, this is an excellent, clean install, simple. I didn't need any crystal reveal or anything like that, and I've seen some Qui-Gons with like a crystal chamber where you slide the shroud over, but they're super awesome, don't get me wrong. I just didn't feel like I needed it with this one. See here, the kill key is stuck. I got it, there we go. So get this back in there, fire it up with the thing off, you'll see still works without all that stuff on there. Yeah, the twist on, twist off is super awesome. It's really addicting to just fire it up, fire it off. There's no timing, nothing to really get used to as far as when you're spinning it and want to show it off, you know. There's no mistakes that could happen. So that's what it looks like, all opened up and exposed. Still works. So go ahead and put this thing back together. Cool thing about this is that there's no way to put it on backwards. There's only one way it goes on. You just gotta see which way the screws line up. Just like that. Set it on top. Alright, let's get the screws back on and get this thing assembled. Now with these, I snug them up. I don't over tighten them or anything like that. You just want to make sure that it won't wobble, especially when you're handling it. You wouldn't want any of these pieces to be too loose, but you definitely don't over tighten them. And the shroud just slides right back on. And over here you just want to make sure the hole is aligned. Once you get that hole lined up, go ahead and grab the cover tech. I just leave the screw in it. I'm not going to pull that out for any reason. Go ahead and get that tightened back up. So this one could be the tricky one, especially if you plan to wear it. This one you want to kind of snug up just a little more than you think you would need to. But obviously, it's another one of those where you don't want to over tighten it. As long as the cover tech wheel doesn't spin on its own, it should be good. Alright, pommel's back on. It's looking fantastic. Just throw that plug back in. Get that thing tightened down. Alright, so that's the Korbanth Qui-Gold, installed by Derek over at 5280 Printing. Awesome work. Thank you so much, Derek.